Job opens with a righteous man, blameless in integrity, one who feared God and turned from evil. And then heaven pulls back the curtain. Satan doesn't bring Job up, God does. Have you considered my servant Job? God introduces Job into the conversation, not recklessly, not accidentally, but deliberately. Satan thinks he's attacking Job. He thinks he's exposing fake faith. He thinks he's undermining God's glory. But Satan doesn't realize he's being set up. Because what Satan intends for destruction, God intends for revelation. Job loses everything: wealth, children, health, reputation. A righteous man crushed and still not guilty. That's not random suffering, that's sovereign permission. And Satan thinks he's winning, but every blow only becomes a stage for deeper glory. Job refuses to curse God, and then the religious voices arrive. His friends speak confidently, but falsely. They defend God's justice while misrepresenting God's heart. They assume suffering equals secret sin. They talk about God without knowing God. Meanwhile, Job wrestles honestly. In the beginning, he offered sacrifices for his children just in case. Just in case they sinned. Just in case wrath needed appeasing. That's fear-based religion. Knowledge of God, but not intimacy. Suffering strips that away. Job argues, laments, questions, but he keeps turning towards God. And when God answered, he doesn't explain the courtroom of heaven. He doesn't give answers for the suffering, but he reveals himself. And Job says it. I heard of you, but now my eyes see you. That's the shift. From theology about God to encountering God. And then comes the reversal. God rebukes the friends and appoints Job to intercede for them. The wrongfully accused sufferer becomes mediator. He offers sacrifice for those who wounded him. That is Christ, righteous, accused by the religious, afflicted without sin, and then appointed to intercede for sinners. Satan thought he was destroying Job, but God was refining him. Satan thought he was attacking God's glory, but God was displaying it. Job ends more blessed than before, but the greater blessing wasn't wealth. It was vision. Job teaches us Satan is real, suffering is real, but God's providence is meticulous. And what the enemy means for evil, God weaves into good. Comment, he set the trap, if you see the deeper providence in Job. Follow for Psalms where suffering turns into song.